Well, hello. I had the most amazing week this week. I just spent a few days writing with Cobb, with Jacob Allen, who you just saw singing. And I was just thinking about how incredible it is to have the opportunity to do this, to be able to write with someone, help someone find their lyrics. I was thinking, we were talking a lot about how sometimes you think you've got to suffer for your art. And I think because we had this conversation, I thought it might be useful just to put into this room full of all of us here. Actually, the place that we suffer, we've got enough of that out there in the world. Like what we deal with in our lives, in our families, what actually happens to us in our lives, when we sit down at the notebook, at the instrument, at the recording, at the controls, that's not the time for our suffering. That's actually the time for our service. That's when we really actually get to, So I just think maybe it's worth saying I'm so in love with this craft. I'm so in love with songwriting. I write a lot of different things. Songwriting is my first love, my prime joy. And I can't believe that I'm in a room alongside artists of this caliber, writers of this caliber. The fact that I'm even here at all is like, that's the achievement. And then also I just was like thinking about, like on the journey from there to here, I was like, what the fuck am I going to say? And then I suppose, look, hands shaking. I was thinking, this is already a great achievement of mine, just to have worked with Fraser and to have made this record and to have put these songs together is already, that stands on its thing. That I Stand on the Line, this song, it comes from this feeling that I have when I feel like I can't go out there on stage and do this thing that we have to do, when I feel intimidated, when I feel imposter syndrome, or I feel like I don't have what it takes, and all these things I have, I visualize this line that goes back to the very beginning of all time, and on that line I put everyone who's ever spoke words, lyrics, written songs, written novels, anything that's found me, I put them on that line and I feel them charging. I draw the light up from underneath that line and I draw it into my back. I feel it coming all through them. I tell myself it's through me, not from me, and I put myself on that line, and because I have received so much from that line, I know I can give in the same spirit, because this staff music has saved my life so many fucking times, and even within this category, artists in this category, Yassine Bey has saved my life with these lyrics. So I have to say, because I have received so much, I can just broadcast the light of it, and I thought it was worth saying that, because that's the business that we're in. What we do, we give as we have received. I love this, thank you.
I would like to say congratulations to all the amazing nominees today, and also to all the unsung heroes who are part of the wider process. So Emma Greengrass, Ian McAndrew, Talia, the teams at Island, Warner Chappell, Concord, the amazing musicians Raven Bush, Quake, and my managers Sarah and Neil. But I'd mainly like to thank, where have you gone?
I'm right here. I was hiding.
My great friend Kae. Thank you for welcoming me into your world, bearing your soul, and quite literally standing on the line for being the most fearless, undiluted, and creative version of yourself. You're one of the great songwriters and storytellers of our time. And through this song, you've given people hope, recognition, and the feeling of being seen and heard, which is one of the greatest gifts that music can offer. Huge thanks, of course, to the Ivors Academy for recognizing our work and continuing to champion the precious craft of songwriting and authentic human creativity. Now, this is a slight aside, but a very important one, but I'd also like to say massive happy birthday and congratulations to my brother Kano. Which sounds like an aside, but it's definitely not, because without that man, I would not be standing on this stage today. So congratulations and happy birthday.
Wait, I want to say one thing. Sorry, because I forgot you had to do thank yous. I was just too busy, like, taken by the spirit of it. Thank you, Fraser, because when I went to Fraser's studio, and he was like, I want to hear you tell your story. You're the only person I would have heard that from, and what you created in me was the motivation to make this record that has changed my life, really. So thanks, Fraser. Also, thanks to my girlfriend. I love you so much.